going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at the very popular concealed carry pistol, the Ruger LC9. It is the slightly bigger brother to the very popular LCP. Dimension-wise, it is not that much bigger than an LCP, but you get the better cartridge out of it. I'm not a big fan of 380. I own one, but I'm not a huge fan of the cartridge and the ballistics. I prefer that of a 9mm for a backup round, a backup gun, or a very small gun like this Ruger LC9 is. So just a quick look at this today, and we'll go over my likes and dislikes on this pistol. The LC9 is a double action only. That is a dislike of mine. So you can see every time you pull the hammer or pull the trigger, the hammer goes back and forward every time. So I'm not a huge fan of that. Some people like it, I don't. Whatever. It is a double action only hammer fired locked breech pistol. Ergonomics are really good on this, especially for carrying. That's what it's for. It is very thin, as you can see. They really thought about all the ergonomics that it takes to make a good concealed carry weapon. You can tuck this in your waistband, you can even put it in your pocket, and you're not going to be able to see it because it's so flat. It doesn't print very bad at all. It doesn't print because it's got these rounded, all the edges on it are rounded, so you're not getting a real big pistol bulging out of your pocket if you just throw it in your pocket going to the gas station or something like that. So that is good. It's got pretty good checkering down in here. As you can see, it's not the best, but it's really not that bad. It's got some on the back strap, both sides, and a little bit on the front. If you get the magazine extender, it does go down here to make it nice and pretty for you. I do recommend that magazine extender on there, because even with a regular size hand, your pinky will fall off without it. Not an issue to some, but it is to some other people. No serrations in the front of the slide. There are some in the back. They are quite usable. I've never had any problems gripping this, so I don't think anybody else really will either. Really not bad sights at all. You got a military style 3-dot. They are adjustable, as you can see with the dovetail there. Adjustable 3-dot. This thing is packed full of safeties, and that's because Ruger designed it to be a carry weapon, and I guess Ruger's lawyers, or some lawyers, came together in a big board meeting and decided to make this gun, because that's what it feels like. It's not super friendly to shoot, in my opinion. Safety-wise, it's got an external safety, as you see here. Cool, some people like that. That is a selling point for some people for a carry weapon. It also has an internal lock. It's got a magazine safety, which I hate, and a loaded chamber indicator. It even go ahead and tells you, in case you're dumb, it tells you what's up with that. The worst of those features, I'd say, is the magazine safety. If there's no magazine in there, you cannot pull the trigger. I don't care how strong you are, it's not going to work. So it's just not going to happen. You need to have the magazine in there to pull the trigger. No magazine, even if there's a round in there, you're not pulling the trigger. That means if you need to pull this defensively, and somehow you bump that magazine, so oh no, bad guy, even though there's a round in the chamber, you're screwed. You're not pulling that. You're not pulling that round off. So I don't like that. Some people really like all the safety features in this. I don't like that, especially the magazine safety. I like the external safety, loaded chamber indicator, whatever. It's really aggressive on this, but it is what it is. The LC9 is available in 3 different configurations. That does not affect your round size that you're putting in this. It is the LC9. It is a 9mm. They are all 9mm pistols. The differences are in your sights. All 3 have a 3-dot adjustable sight. You can also get one for about $80 more than the standard Ruger, like this one here, and that has a Laser Max centerfire laser on it. And then for about $150 more than this one costs, you can get a Crimson Trace grip and laser on here. So if that's your thing, if you want a laser on there, you can do that. You're going to pay for it, but you can do that. So 3 models, base, a Laser Max centerfire, and a Crimson Trace laser are the other 2 available. Going back to the magazine, you get 1 magazine with the pistol. I believe some of them do not have this finger extension on them. I'm not positive on that, but Mine came with it, and like I said, I really like that a lot. You can buy it if yours comes with a flat base plate. You can buy this for a couple bucks, and I suggest you do that. But it's a pretty good magazine. It is a 7+1 if you got one in the chamber, and that's really not bad for a single stack of this size. Really not bad at all. The barrel length is 3.12 inches, and it's constructed from Ruger's alloy. They don't really tell you what it is. They just say alloy aluminum. So it's Ruger's alloy aluminum along with the slide, and they are blued. It's a blued finish. The frame is polymer. It's another plastic frame gun. It is a glass-filled nylon, similar to other pistols out there, but it's durable. It doesn't scratch very well. It feels good, so I got no complaints with that at all. My biggest complaint with this gun, the reason why I actually don't really like it all that much, is the trigger. When you are pulling the trigger on this thing, it's about 1.5 miles long from the start. There's a 1/4 inch you got to take out, and then it's pulling. I'm still pulling. I'm still applying pressure right now. Still applying pressure. Finally goes off. So, just this ridiculous, stupid long trigger pull. I find that especially when I first started shooting this gun, I'd pull and I'm like, when is this thing gonna fire? And I'm still pulling. I lose my sight picture, and boom, it fires. So it took a while to get any bit accurate at all with the LC9. Doesn't mean it's not possible. Any practice with any kind of gun, you're gonna get better with it. I have a fair amount of rounds to this, a couple hundred rounds. Not that much, but I got a lot better with it over time. But really, in all, I would say shoot it before you buy it. And I'd say look for it used, because it's not super cheap. You're in the $400 range for this one without any lasers on it. So it's not cheap, but with that trigger pull, there are aftermarket things you can put in here to make that a little better, but a lot of people don't really want to go about doing that. So shoot it before you buy it. If you like it, go for it. It is a great gun, other than all the safeties, in my opinion, and the ridiculous long trigger pull. They made that trigger pull so long so that when you pull it and you point at somebody's chest, you know you're shooting them. This gun cannot go off accidentally. It cannot. There's just no way this gun can accidentally fire. That's how every gun should be, but they really went above and beyond. So, lawyers, carry this gun if you want. If you like thin pistols, check it out. Fire it before you shoot it. But overall, meh, it's fair. But I just want you guys to take a look at that, so you can see an option for a small concealed carry pistol. That is the Ruger LC9.